Wow, you look rough. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. What is it? Looks like you got something on your mind. Just a gas station, but the owner's shady. He was watching me earlier. Be careful. We gotta help each other out. No one else is gonna do it.
Say, you look familiar. You're one of those teens on the posters. Yeah, I'd recognize that silhouette anywhere. Better call the cops. Make sure you're not missing. I am. See that pump? Serve gas for me and we won't have any problems.
This is the Sonia hotline. Do you have any information on a missing teen? No, but you'd be helping your country.
Come on, kid, hurry. Serve those customers. Don't keep them waiting. Remember to smile.
10 liters of unleaded. Make it fast. Hey, that's not what I wanted. This better not ruin my baby's engine.
Oh, any mistakes will be docked from your pay. Oh, it isn't?
And now, a sneak peek of today's Sonia show.
When asked if he feared his political opponent, President Tyrak chuckled and said, "Who?"
Tune in later to hear more.
The Sonia Show. Now that's the real news.
Give me $15 of diesel. right? You better pray you haven't messed up the engine. Cause we'll come back here.
What? You got a job working here?
I don't want your kind around here.
My kind? What do you mean, my kind?
I know what you're up to. Trying to leave the country. Border crossers. Tyrak is right to do to you what he does. Oh, look who's pulling in. Yeah, you'd better run.
Hey, little young to pump gas, aren't you? Just give me 12 bucks of V-Power. Did I see a kid run off?
You did, yeah. How's that for a guilty conscience?
Didn't I ask for $12 of V-Power? That's not the gas I wanted, kid. Now, about that kid.
You hear about the hitcher?
Nope. Just for the gas.
He ran off towards my shed. I know he plans to cross. He said as much.
And who are you? Stay right there, okay? Come on, Reed. Let's have a look.
Flip me. I know what you're thinking, kid. You want to help the kid, but that would be a mistake. You understand what I'm telling you?
Come out, kid.
We know you're in here.
There you are. Where do you think you're going?
I didn't do anything. Leave me alone.
You hear that? Kid's innocent.
Uh-huh. Just like all the others.
Get him in the van. I'll join you in a sec. Now what about this one?
This one's legit. Works here.
I don't know. Look how dirty she is. Looks like a crosser to me. What way? Where are you hitching, girl? I see. Know what? You're coming to the station with us.
I'll take it from here.
Yo, what?
I'll book her. Besides, saves you room to pick up another kid.
Fine, I guess.
Shut up, kid.
Ha ha!
Okay, you can go. You didn't break any law? Those guys were just on a power trip. Sorry I yelled at you like that. Had to make it look real. And I'm sorry about the other kid. He seemed nice. Oh, I thought maybe you were traveling together. Seems like you want to ask me something. Uh-huh, after what happened in '86, you're damn right I do. Come on. No reason's good enough to kill hundreds of people. Bye, kid. Take care, okay?
This is the Sonia hotline. Please note, any false information will result in criminal prosecution.
She let you go? That's what he deserved. Filthy teen like that. Now get out of here before I call the cops. Again.
Kid, up here! Up here! Huh, I've never seen that shade of green before.
She's gonna get sick on the hog stand. I knows it.
What'd you say, kid? Can't hear ya. On account of the wind.
Little lady wants you to slow down, Stan.
Mitch, hard as I try, I can't hear you neither. On account of the wind. I see your lips are moving, and I know you are speaking to me. Yet pains me to say, I cannot hear you. On account of the wind. Mitch, check the back. Better still be there.
Would if I could, Stan. Now you know I have issues with the lower lumbar.
Right, your issues with the lower lumbar. Kid, check the bag in the back.
Watch! A furry friend!
Aw, that's too bad. Happens with the smaller life forms. I should honk more to discourage them from a wandering out. Like this. A bag? Couldn't say, but it is not stolen dollar bills.
Most definitely is not.
We did it, Mitch! We robbed the big one! First Patreon National! That's mighty kind of you to say, kid!
Hey, little lady, you've heard of Stan and Mitch, right?
You should say yes! I knew it, Mitch! We're famous!
Woohoo! You know who else is pretty rich and famous? Sonia. And you know something else? People don't like success in others.
Yeah, that is why recently certain persons hurled rocks at Sonia's beautiful limousine. Whoa, you're the kid who was said to be in her limousine at the time? Incredible! What are the chances?
1,000,000 to 1. No, let me think. 2,000,000 to 1.
But here we are, hogging the conversation. Maybe you'd like to pose a topic of your own. Seems that way, don't it? Frightening. Proud to say, Mitch and I ain't never paid a tax.
No, Stan and I don't pay taxes. Proudly.
Hey, what are you looking out down there?
Oh, that rust is what you'd call an optical contusion, kid. The sidecar's solid as can be.
Real solid, Mitch. Like that time it fell off in the middle of the road.
Well, if you'd swerved in time, we wouldn't have had that accident. Oh, shoot! The cops, Stan!
If they start shooting, we're goners! Kid, do something to slow him down! You want to
Stan! The kid's throwing our money!
Got a better idea?
Let me think. No!
Aim for the windshield! Hard to see from dollar bills! Come on! They're gaining on us!
It's working!
Yeah! Keep throwing our money at the car!
We're gaining! We're so screwed!
Shall you find home, Mitch? Yeah! Keep throwing our money at the car! Aim for the windshield! Hard to see from dollar bills! Come on! They're gaining on us! Dang nabbit! We're being busted!
I can't go back, Stan! I can't!
So, you were throwing stolen bills at us. For what reason now? Sure. But as we haven't recovered all the stolen money, you'll need to pay the difference. Understand? There. Was that so hard? You're free to go. What the? Letting those numbskulls get away. I'll never live this one down. Just get out of here, okay? And don't let me see you again.
Hey, get down. I know where the cave is. At least, I think I do. My name's Zoe. I don't know about you, but I've had a pretty intense journey to get here.
I've been kept inside so long. I've lost sight of right and wrong.
Tough, but good.
When you left an open door, I couldn't help but explore.
All I'll say is, after everything, I'm a different person. And that's good. Believe me, I want to help people now, not just myself. See the waterfall over there? That's where we're headed. Wow, look at this view. Despite everything that's wrong here, there's still so much beauty. Just a sec. I want to try something. Echo! Echo! I know, cheesy. But I've always wanted to do that. You must have had some pretty amazing adventures yourself. Yeah, I totally understand. Some are too painful to talk about. But these experiences, they've made us stronger. I'm not a masochist, but I'm thankful for them. The cave should be just up there. Again, I think. Follow me! Looks like all kinds of teams have been here before us. You're a free spirit, I see. I used to be like that, too. The radio was right. I can't believe this place really exists. It's so cool. Come on, let's check it out. Look, someone left their things behind. It's somebody's journal. A man and his son were traveling together. This cave isn't only used by teens. He was frightened they wouldn't make it. Me too. This country has ruined so many lives. Come on, let's go back and start a fire. It's cold in here. Grab some sticks, and we'll need a light. Know how to start a fire? If we can start one, we should be warm and toasty in no time. Yeah, sorry. Look, can I tell you something? You know how earlier I said I wanted to help people? Well, this is how I'm gonna do it. No, it's more than that. Classified government documents showing the brigades didn't cause the collapse in '86, like everyone says. Tyrak. Mount National was rigged with explosives to prevent avalanches, like every other year. When the brigades tried to take Tyrak out, he triggered the explosion. Let's just say, my dad has a very important position in the government. The brigades are gonna help me reach the other side. When I get to the border, they'll send me a signal. And when I cross, if I cross, I'll share this with every foreign news outlet I can. Yeah, I guess I am now. We should probably get some rest then. Getting past security isn't gonna be easy. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but we should try. Tomorrow is the beginning of the end of Tyrak. I hope. Are you kidding me, man? This Walkman is a piece of junk.
When you left an open door, I couldn't help.
You should be arrested for trying to hawk this.
So I took off with no plan, thinking I could find a friend.
It's you!
Saying hi, shaking hands.
That makes two of us. It's really nice to see you. Listen, I hope you're not angry with me about the cave. I was just trying to help you. Really. Thanks for understanding. There's been a delay, but I might cross tonight. That's why I was trying to buy a Walkman. To hear the signal. Maybe I shouldn't say this here. The brigades are gonna send me a signal, telling me when it's right to cross. They could be sending me the signal right now. I need a Walkman. Ah, I dropped it in the cave. Of course. Come on, let's listen to it in my tent. Follow me. Beautiful view, huh? Except for that monstrosity in the middle. There's a plan, but I can't tell you here. Come on, let's go to my tent.
Whoa, hold up there, kid.
She's with me, Sean.
Sure, no prob. A friend of Zoe's is a friend of mine.
Why? Jealous? Look at those trucks lined up to cross. They're selling our resources to the rest of the world. But 99% of our people will never see any of that money. It all goes to Tyrak and his cronies, including my father. So, can I have my Walkman? Put it on 191.9.
Working alone in a gas station late at night, you'll see things you wouldn't believe. Working alone in a gas station late at night, you'll see things you wouldn't believe.
This is 191.9, the voice of the brigades. This is your Papa Baby here. Before we begin, a personal message for Z.
This is it.
The rooster will sing 3 times. I repeat, the rooster will sing 3 times.
That was a signal. At 3 in the morning, a truck will crash into the wall. It's a diversion, something to draw security in. That's when we cross. I've been thinking, having someone with me could actually help. Wait, you do want to come with me, right? I didn't even ask. I would totally understand if... Great. Okay then. I know it's not cool, but we should get some sleep. You know, it's gonna be difficult, even with a diversion. I know I did. But this time, when you wake up, I'll be there. I promise. And then we'll cross together. Good night.
Check everywhere!
The door's locked! I didn't see any security switch. Maybe downstairs. The ladder's on the other side. here, quick! Let's go! Get down! It should be the door on the right! Close call! Let's go! Go to the inn! It's the white door! What are you doing? We don't have time! Hurry up! Security's triggered! Don't know we're here as soon as I open this! We'll have 10 seconds to reach the exit once we jump down. Now's not the time to be afraid. We're almost there. My hands are shaking! Okay, here we go! Freedom. Nothing is more important, but there are many others in Petria still looking for it. And their journeys have only just begun.
Hello, Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to The Sonia Show. On today's show, we'll take a look at our nation's booming oil industry. With the help of our Minister of Oil, we recorded the following. Just a moment. I have some very important news to share. You're kidding me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go live to our reporter at the wall. Beatrice, can you hear me?
Yes, Sonia. I'm here at the wall where an attack has just happened. With me is Darren, who witnessed the event.
I'm on? Yeah, so I was sleeping in my tent when I heard a bang, like a big explosion, you know. When I got out, I saw a huge fire at the wall.
Do you know what caused the explosion?
I think a truck smashed into it.
That's right, Sonia. A brigade truck crashed into the wall, killing a teenager on the spot.
Nah, you got it wrong. The truck didn't kill the teen. Border Forces did. They're shooting kids all the time. Hey, don't grab my mic.
Uh-oh. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Wish I could say I'm surprised the brigades are behind this, but I can't. Thank you for your report, Beatrice. Have no fear. The authorities will ensure nothing like this occurs on Election Day. Remember, I'll be there live. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. As we approach Election Day, more and more protests are occurring in our fine country. Vote Tyrak and put the brigades in jail. As you know, The Sonia Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonia hotline. Take a good hard look. Take a good hard look. And that has been The Sonia Show.
Thanks for the ride, homegirl. Now I got time to work on this game. Anywhere with free electricity. Just need to charge my super dope tech in the back. Yo, go on. Ask me a question. I can multitask like an MFer. Yo, I got eyes and ears and an IQ of 180, dog. What happened is awful. You really think the brigades did this? My sentiments exactly. They got too much power. Know what I'm saying? Now, let me get back to this beta. complete. I sell my games, you know. Built that computer, too. One day, everyone will have a computer like that. Nah, that's too stupid, yo. I'm telling you, small computers are the future. Hungry? Ask your small computer for food. Lost? Ask your small computer for directions. I'm telling you. Yo, are we gonna play this bad boy or not? No way you're worse than an adult. It's called Furious Tanks. You got tanks, and they're furious. You're blue. This is easy mode. Red tank can't fire. It's like begging you to blow it up. Ah, you got skills. Now we play for real. Uh-oh. Alex is about to take off the gloves. Ouch. Yo, maybe we can make it better. Maybe the player has to gather ammo? Maybe the bullets bounce off the walls? What do you think? Let me just... Boom! Game time, yo. So, what do you think? And be honest. I hate liars. Okay, let me change this real quick. Done. So, what do you think now? Yeah, guess it's not quite ready yet. Needs more incubation. Yo, one day 100 people will play the same game at the same time. Yeah, homegirl, I really do. I'm like the Nostradamus of our modern era. No one. I just picked it up on my own. My intellect is vast and sponge-like, yo. It's not you, homegirl. It's just... I don't know my parents. Not my real parents, anyway. You know the attack in '86? Yeah. Well, I think my bio parents died in the attack, too. The really sad part is, I got no memories of them. None. No matter how hard I try. I just have this picture. It's from GNN, the day of the attack. They appear for just 1 sec. I learned a lot about computers enhancing this. Thanks, homegirl. Guess I needed to talk and didn't know it. $20. That's steep. And that's why I'm on the road. They're probably gone. You know, buried underneath the rocks. But I want to find out as much about them as I can. Thanks, homegirl. You can drop me off at the next location. Yo, your fuel is low. You're gonna run out of gas fast. I know that. Think I'm blind? Now, crank some music. We best ride in style.
No, you listen to me. What you did is unforgivable. Of course he said yes. He thinks this is all a game. He's a kid. Are you for real? I swear to God, if you say that one more time. Are you for real? Don't tell me to calm down. I could care less that you all voted on this. I could care less that you all voted on this. Are you threatening me? Are you for real? He's 14 years old!
What do you want, kid? If you want food. Sorry, only truckers can eat here. What do you think you're doing? Well, don't. Actually, yeah. Backup security for Tyrak. To ensure his victory, you know what I mean? Now get out of here before I call the cops.
Are you for real? Don't tell me to calm down! You're putting a kid in
Don't know his
danger!
name. I don't like him.
You don't want to go down this road! Don't tell me to calm down! Don't tell me to calm down! He's 14 years old! Of course he said yes! He thinks this is all a game! Listen to me, Robert! You asked a kid to make you a bomb! Are you stupid? If anything happens to him, I'm coming for you! Got me? Kid, it's me. Can we talk? No. Listen, please. You don't want to do that. I know what I promised you, but you can't do that. Please, listen! Hello? Hello? Oh, God damn it! God! What are you looking at? Youngblood, come over here. Sit down, please. Listen, sorry I yelled at you earlier. I was just angry at myself. Anyway, I feel better now that I've eaten a little something. Well, when I get emotional, I eat. What can I say? Yeah, I feel it in my bones, kid. Something good or real bad. I hope you do too. Hey, I got all this food. Eat something. Hey, feeling better? Still look like you've run a marathon in the desert. I got an idea. Why don't you catch up on some Z's in my rig? You don't really, but you can. You have my word. Hey, it's time to wake up, Youngblood. Sorry to wake you like this. How'd you sleep? Glad to hear it. That's Robert. He's the guy I was angry with on the phone. It's funny. I once considered him a friend. That's the kid I was talking to. He's crazy smart, Youngblood. Glasses and a tiny computer?
Small world we live in. He thinks I broke a promise, and I did, but I have my reasons. I promised to tell him about his biological parents. I knew them. They were in the brigades, like me. Listen, I hate to ask this, but I need your help. Thanks, kid. The kid won't listen to me. But maybe he'd listen if you gave him a call on the CB. I don't know. But be honest, and don't speak down to him. We gotta get him to step away from Robert and the bomb. A lot of people could get hurt if we don't. Thank you, young blood. The CB is in front of you.
I told you, John, I don't want to talk. Who is this? Oh, he's there, isn't he? Man, I knew it. Homegirl, I don't want to be rude, but why are we talking? I see. He told you what I was doing for Robert then? Look, I don't see where this discussion is going. I'm about to hang up.
Please, don't lose him, young blood.
Why? Well, even if he is, I'm using him too, to get info on my parents. And sometimes, people need to be hurt for a cause. You know what Tyrak's doing to teens, homegirl. If he cared, why would he break his promise? He said he was gonna tell me about my parents, but he never has. Look, I don't got much time. I promise Robert results.
Don't do it, kid. You don't want blood on your hands. Believe me, I know.
I just want info on my parents. No one will tell me anything.
I don't know where to start. Naomi and Stephen. Those were your parents' names.
Naomi and Stephen? What you did, that hurt me, John. We had a deal. I trusted you.
I know. I'm sorry, kid. Please forgive me.
I want to know more. But not from you. I'll ask Robert.
Please, Alex! No! Damn it, damn it, damn it! You did what you could, young blood. It's all my fault.
Thousands in this nation, including me, think the law should be changed. If the people of Petria want Tyrak to be our president indefinitely, who are lawmakers to stand in our way?
You're absolutely right, Minister. If that's what the people want, then they should have this. Petria, after all, is a democracy.
Roll down your window. Roll your window down, now. The window.
Turn the radio off. 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 Any idea how fast you were going? I'm gonna need your license and registration. That's good. Real good. It should have never happened. That's what I think. There's never a good reason for a kid to die. That's for sure. Now, like I asked, your license and registration. Elaine Winterbottom. Really? You're 42 years old? Then you gotta tell me your beauty secrets. Just a second. You're in hot water. Central, we got a situation here. What the? These brigades think they're gonna take me down? Floor it, kid. I got news for them. When you go for the queen, you better not miss. Focus, kid! Don't drive a demolition derby in this dump. They're gone, kid. I should have never gotten you wrapped up in this. What was I thinking? You should go, before other cops get here. Go! Go, now!
Well, maybe we don't have to wear the outfits all the time.
Crazy talk, Mitch. Now, shh. It's almost time for the Sonia show.
I wonder what she's gonna wear today.
Me too. That pink number, maybe.
You hear that? Ugh! That's not the creep after Sonia, is it?
Nope. Kid ain't nothing but a hitchhiker. Tie her up. Told you she wasn't dead.
You were right. Guess I owe you 5 big ones. I don't have it on me right now. But I will as soon as we rob the kid.
Big talk for a little lady tied to our kitchen chair. Give us all your money. Do that, and you'll walk out of here with just a few broken bones.
Yeah, all your money.
Ooh, looks like we got a tough kid on our hands, Mitch.
Maybe I'll have to show her the beast.
Whoa, you hear that? The beast. Now search her, Mitch.
Well, looky here.
How much we talking about?
Not enough to quit the game, Stan.
No amount could ever make us quit the game, Mitch. It'd be nice to rob someone actually rich once.
Sure would, Stan.
Mitch, this kid is starting to hurt my ears. Show her the beast.
With pleasure.
Now come on, we got work to do on our investigation. Sweet Sonia's life hangs in the balance. Feel like I'm going crazy, Mitch.
Yeah, me too.
And if we don't crack this soon, it'll be too late.
Quiet, little lady. Do I have to show you the beast again?
Yeah, shut your trap. Let the grown-ups think in peace. Kid, someone wants to end Sonia's life. The famous reporter?
Yeah, we doubt that you could help us.
Ah, hell, Mitch. Maybe I'm crazy, but maybe she can help.
Yeah, I mean, what do we have to lose here?
Pick her up. We'll make you a deal, kid. Help us, and you'll get your money back. So we're trying to find out when the killer's gonna attack. We know he's planning to strike at the wall, but we don't know the date. We got some of his letters and things right here. When he's gonna attack is somewhere in them. We just know it is.
He says he's gonna act on his kid's birthday. So, we know the girl's birthday. If anything happens to sweet Sonia, I might just go crazy!
don't think that's it, kid.
Yeah, that don't look right. Try again. Stan, is the kid mocking us?
This is your last chance to get your money back. Try again. He had this letter in his journal. I guess his daughter was fond of reptilians.
That guy's seriously disturbed, Stan.
Today marks the anniversary of Lola's death. In exactly 2 years, I will take my revenge.
Do we know when that was recorded, Stan?
Yeah, sometime in 1994.
You're asking us for help? I thought you were the whiz.
Oh, that's it! It all makes sense now! You're a genius!
Deepest apologies I showed you the beast earlier. I don't know what I was thinking.
We still need to figure out what this guy looks like.
But we know he's planning something at the border, at the top of the hill.
Here's your cash, kid. It's best to honor one's promises. Stan and Mitch rules.
But, before you go, maybe you want to ask us something?
Oh yeah, me and Mitch were just talking about that.
Yeah, it's like the air is crackling with electricity. I can't imagine what's on the other side of that wall, though.
As we approach Election Day, more and more protests are occurring in our fine country. So Tyra, and put the brigades in jail. They just have no idea how lucky they are to live in a country as progressive as our own. The police, luckily, intervened so that innocent people weren't hurt. Thank you, police. It wouldn't be a democracy without you. Thank you, Mr. President, for such a wonderful event. Our nation is blessed to have you at the helm, and here's to hoping for at least 10 more years with you. As we approach Election Day, more and more protests are occurring in our fine country. So Tyra, and put the brigades in jail. They just have no idea how lucky they are to live in a country as progressive as our own. The police, luckily, intervened so that innocent people weren't hurt. Thank you, police. It wouldn't be a democracy without you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Stand and mash!
Kept inside so long. I've lost sight of
Welcome aboard, kid.
when you left an open door. But explore. So I took off with no plan, thinking I could find a friend. Saying hi, shaking hands.
Yeah. And you? Are you frightened? I know it's tough, but try not to think about it. What you should do now is rest, if you can. You'll feel better.
Awake, eh? He got off while you were asleep. Yeah, fine by me.
In just a few days, the nation will honor the victims of '86 and elect its new president. When historians look back on this September 9th, many will consider it the most important day ever in the history of Petria.
It's perfect. The entire country will be watching.
I'm sorry Zoe didn't make it to the other side, but we did. And we have copies of her documents.
Intelligence says the brigades will try something, Mr. President. If they do, I'll crush them once and for all.
Of course, I'll be here all day, reporting live at the scene. This has been Sonia Sanchez for GNN.
And cut!
You do her hair, is that it?
I don't do her hair.
Don't be offended. We think her hair is great.
Look, Sonia's not seeing anyone right now, all right?
Hi, kid. This guy won't let us see Sonia. He thinks we're fans.
Aren't we, Stan?
We're more than that. We're her biggest fans.
Nice one, Stan. Yeah, you heard the kid.
And who are you? Well, whoever you are, get out of here. That goes for you two also.
Come on, Mitch. We made the hairstylist upset. We'll talk to Sonia later.
Oh, are you crying, Sonia?
A girl died here in '86.
Might as well do it now. This is for you, Lola.
Lola was her name. I tried. I tried to save her. But the rocks, they kept coming. It's just, sometimes I wish I had died. And she lived.
Oh, Sonia.
Mitch, behind the rocks. You see what I'm seeing?
Uh-huh.
Come on. Stop right there!
You again. Wait, where's the other one?
Mitch, the beast!
What the?
Woohoo! We got him, Mitch! We got the would-be killer!
Woohoo!
Stan? Mitch?
Wait, you know these two S&M guys?
Know them? They're the Big Brothers!
Hi, Sonia.
Oh, hi, Sonia.
You two come here and give me a hug! Now!
Right away,
Yeah.
ma'am.
On our way.
It's so good to see you two. It's been too long.
I don't want to rain on your family reunion, but he's gone.
Not a problem. We'll be here on election day, if he comes back.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Stan! Aw, Mitch. Oh, I'm sorry I've been so distant. I hope you can forgive me.
Don't worry about it, Sonia.
Yeah, don't worry. We're a family.
Aw, you guys are the best. Now give me another hug.
That leaves just the brigades. Time to cut the head off the snake.
Snacks and drinks? Can I help you at all? I don't know, kid, but I think it's gonna be big. Just hope the good guys come out on top. But I know history isn't necessarily on our side.
Kid, you gotta be smarter than that. Security is all over the place. They'll send you to you know where. And my wife and I will end up in prison. Can we trust you? Okay. If you have the right papers, you can enlist down there. Just follow the trucks to the gate. I hope you find your freedom, kid. We'll be rooting for you. Snacks and drinks? Can I help you at all?
Here for the offshore worker exam? Are you registered? I see. Sorry, but we're at max capacity already. Oh yeah, we can find you a seat.